It's the Kosher Organic Ranchero with your host, Yomenu. You know, some people say that baseball is just like life. When that ball is thrown to you, it's your job and your job only to catch it. But you're also part of a team. You gotta throw and make the play. The high holidays are like that. Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, the ball is in your court. And that's why we're calling this the World Series of Holidays. Welcome. So let's take a look at what it means to make an effort, like a ball player in life. Here's Rabbi Pini and Howard Witkin speaking about baseball as the big game of life.
It's about you, right? Well, the beauty of baseball, it's funny, we were talking before, there's, the Mishnah that says, in a place where there is no man, strive to be a man. Right? If there's no one else who can get the job done, you have to step up and get it done. In baseball, it's always that. Other sports are team sports. Baseball's not a team sport. It's an individual sport wrapped in a team sport.
In a team.
Because at that moment, exactly, when you're
standing... It's a team setting, but it's actually the individual.
Exactly. When that pitcher's on the mound holding the ball, he cannot rely on anyone else. Either he puts the ball down or not. When that batter swings the bat, doesn't matter how good anybody else is. Either he does what he's supposed to do or not. If he hits it to the shortstop, it's up to that shortstop to field it. If he can't, it's every moment there's one guy on the spot. So the idea is there's a place where you have to be a man, but it's always a different guy. Every instant there's a different guy who's got to step up to the plate and get the job done.
You've suggested that, in fact, anybody on a team is really an individual. Each one at that moment is an individual, and then he passes it on to the next individual, at least in baseball. I'm assuming that other team sports are not...
There's a little bit of both. You're both a name and a number. There's moments where you're filling a role, and there's moments where you've got a job that you've got to get done. Right?
But it's interesting because the analogy can be applied very beautifully to life, and I'm talking about a person's life, not life in general. Right. Life is like a team. And at each stage of your life, at each Rosh Hashanah, you are the individual in that team who's on the spot for the rest of the team, which is the rest of the years of your life. What was your year in the past? How did you deal with it? And what's your year going to be in the future? But you as an individual are not the same as you were the previous year on Rosh Hashanah. And you're not the same as you're going to be in a year's time on Rosh Hashanah. You are that one individual in the course of your life making decisions that are going to affect you as the next member of the team in a year. And your decision now is based on the decision that the old you, the previous individual you...
You're making that double play. Last year's guy has got to throw it to this year's guy, who's got to throw it to next year's guy. And each one, at that moment, has to get it done themselves. But they're counting.
That's right.
But
they're part of that effort.
And the guy back. It's a combination.
It's a team effort, and at the end of the life, you'll see the pastiche of all the different yous that were part of that team during that period of time, and how each person slotted in was part of that puzzle. Each different type of you each year, when you were young, when you were middle-aged, when you were old, made a different effort and put in a different energy into the team that made up the game of your life.
Sports, one of the key aspects of sport is I'm trying to impose my will. I want to hit the ball. You're trying to impose your will on me. You're trying to pitch it past me. I'm trying to get to first base. You're trying to stop me. What you've got is a battle of wills or a challenge of wills that I, as an individual, with the support of my teammates, I'm trying to accomplish something in life that's difficult. And the reality is it's only fun if it's difficult. If you're playing against a bunch of little kids who can't stop you, there's no pleasure to it. The pleasure is to stand up, face a difficulty, get through a difficult at-bat, figure out how to foul off enough balls so you get the pitch you can handle, and get a hit. To run it out, to push, to move. It's all about the challenge. The frustration is what makes it exciting. To maximize the opportunity to succeed against challenges.
That's what the laws of the Torah are. Right. They enable us to make that game of life more meaningful and more special.
Right. I'm a cyclist, right? And you get to a certain point that, your legs say, get off the bike and lie down. And your will says, shut up, legs, keep riding. And the question is, who are you? Are you the guy who gets off and lies down?
Are you the brain or are you the leg?
Right? Which one are you? And people in life...
Who's running the show?
They give up. They say, oh, life was difficult here. I had a challenge here, I had a difficulty. And when life pushes back, they give up. And sometimes you just have to push through it. Right? You have to face the challenge and move to that. And it's going to hit you over and over in life. Do you give up and lie down, or do you push forward?
Hopefully we push forward. But it may not always be the case.
You try.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.